Danhausen has denied some bizarre bootlegging allegations. An AEW star is said to be returning soon, and a big change is coming to WWE Raw. Stay tuned. It's time for the news. Really weird one to kick things off. This allegations of bootlegging, piracy, directed toward Danhausen. So, this has now been addressed by Danhausen. You might have seen this floating about around Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, over the last few days. And we've avoided talking about it up until now, but he's responded to these allegations of backstage heat based on bootlegging merch. So he shared the original post, which is from some kind of image board. It looks like it might be on the Woo image board, if you're familiar with that. I think it's on 420chan, maybe. It's been a while. But somebody has posted, Danhausen was apparently stealing shirt designs from the AEW shop, then getting them printed out for dirt cheap at a local print shop and selling those himself for the same price as an AEW shop shirt. So, what's the problem? Fairly obvious what the problem is. The shirt quality is incredibly bad, even worse than pro wrestling tees. That's their opinion, not ours. That's from the original post. I've had no problems with them at all. Supposedly, Danhausen's big return was delayed as they investigated this, then totally cancelled once the full details came out. He may even be fired at this point. It's nonsense. What's he said?
So Danhausen responded. He said the internet is good because one singular dumb person can make up an entire lie about you, and then a bunch of even dumber people will believe the lie and add more lies to it.
Yeah, welcome to the internet.
Yeah.
So there is no truth, according to Danhausen, in these allegations. It's a pretty serious thing for him to, if he were to have done that, obviously. And with Danhausen's delay, his return delayed, seemingly, lots of people are speculating as to why that is, because he's been sort of spouting out off on social media, posting these sort of weird little cryptic gifs and that sort of stuff, and making it clear that he's very frustrated with the fact that he's not back on TV yet. So I think somebody's jumped on that opportunity to come up with an idea as to why he's not, and just made something up, which is pretty cruel. It's a serious allegation, isn't it? Yeah,
no, it is totally. And, you know, as you were saying before as well, Danhausen been tweeting quite recently, sort of like out of character a little bit as well, as you said, with like frustrations and things like that. Also, you know, people just calling him a comedy wrestler and not very good, and like he takes that to heart, like him and Orange Cassidy, those kinds of wrestlers there. And like, I don't know if this is completely different now. I don't know if we're going in like a different direction for Danhausen when he does finally get here.
We are. I think he's working us.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I think he's one of the hooded guys.
That's exactly what I think as well. Genuinely.
I think he's playing us like the fools that we are.
Absolutely.
But unnecessary thing to make up, not very pleasant at all. Bloody Hebnering him. How dare you? Anyway, if you want some non-pirated merch, we've got a Black Friday sale going on right now. Cultaholicshop.com. Check it out. 50% off everything. Hoodies, t-shirts, Christmas cards, blart socks, your lot. Moving on, sticking with AEW, we got a return update on one Sammy Guevara, Fuego del Sol, revealing a little bit about his close and personal friend.
Yes, he said, yeah, me and Sam, we talk every day. He's legitimately one of my best friends, and a lot of times we don't even talk wrestling. We talk about all the other crazy stuff in the world going on. He is feeling a lot better, and his return is imminent. I definitely thought he was going to be on Dynamite recently in the 8-man street fight. However, he wasn't back yet, and I know he wants to come back in a major way, so we'll see where the tide takes him.
He's been out of action, of course, since sustaining a concussion, almost said something very naughty there, didn't I?
Hello.
At Wrestle Dream on October 1st, teaming with the Don Callis family there, of course. I'm looking forward to seeing him back. You know what? I enjoy watching Sammy as long as he's heel. He's somebody that I never want to see as a babyface, because he's got a horrible face.
It's not a baby face,
no,
is it?
Not.
It's an irritable face.
Yeah.
Bless him. I'm happy to see him come back, as you said. Like, I enjoy his heel stuff because he really plays into it, because seems a bit of a bumhole, you know?
Yeah, he does.
So, but he plays into that well in terms of his wrestling gimmick. So,
yeah, for sure.
And also, obviously, you know, in AEW, we've seen a lot of injuries happen recently over the last year, and for someone to be sort of getting healthy and on the way back into the ring is only a good thing.
For sure. We send our very best. Hope to see your horrible, punchable face very, very soon. Sammy Guevara heading over to WWE now. Big change potentially coming to WWE Raw. According to Fightful Select, a new theme song has been discussed for Raw. A new song has been produced. One source indicated to Fightful that the new theme could debut as soon as tonight, but Fightful were unable to confirm whether or not that was the case. So it's with a few details on it. It's believed the new theme is a Def Rebel production. That's the group that produced the current theme of Friday Night SmackDown, Nobody Better Than Me, along with a number of other WWE themes. You know what? It's not a big part of the show for me anymore, because just the way that we now digest wrestling media, I guess, or media in general, is so different that a lot of people just watch the clips. Yes. A lot of people aren't watching the whole thing, but it is still an important thing. I'm pretty indifferent to the current one. How about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty indifferent as well. I wonder if they can get it back to a place where, like, you know, when we think about old, maybe it's because we're a little bit older now, but like, you know, you think about your Papa Roaches and of my generation.
I couldn't even figure that out. I got there in the end.
I can't remember the name of the song, but like, you think of those and you're like, oh, they were so good. Like, they stick in your memory. And the ones recently, for me at least, you know, the current one on SmackDown and the current one on Raw don't really do that for me.
You know what? Young people growing up now in 10, 15 years' time, they'll be saying, oh, bloody hell, you remember Def Rebel?
They'll be going, this is the moment they change it all. Yeah.
Nostalgia's a really, really powerful thing. I agree. I just miss new metal. I loved it.
It was like a sign of the times at that point, though, wasn't it, as well, you know? So maybe if they do something, zhuzh it up a little bit more to sort of connect, I guess, with some of the younger demographic, you know? Something that'll hit with them. Maybe it's something more for them than it is for
What's your favourite ever?
That is probably, to imagine, wish, say the fall. I don't know. Come on. What about yours?
Move to the music. Play and Joseph Connors. I can't remember what that's called either. It's
so good. It's so good.
I think mine is, and I get crap for this every time, it's Nickelback, Burn It to the Ground. I think it's a banger.
It was a good, I don't like Nickelback, but that was a good theme song.
Well, people rag on Nickelback all the time because it's cool to rag on Nickelback.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's a really, really good song.
Yeah.
And it got you pumped up. I've been in the crowd when they're playing that, getting
ready
for Raw.
Yes!
It's great. Finishing off with what you can expect from Raw tonight, we got 5 bits announced for the show. Seth Rollins or Cody Rhodes or Jey Uso or Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor or Damian Priest or Dominic Mysterio or JD Madonna for the War Games advantage. So the winner, whoever the team nominates to go forward, if they win, they get the advantage for the team. What else we got?
We've got Drew McIntyre. He is speaking. I'm sure he is speaking about the turn of events at the end of last week's Raw, where he shook hands with Rhea Ripley.
Ooh, we got Nia Jax versus Raquel Rodriguez.
We've got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Chad Gable.
That's going to be good.
That's going to be
really good,
I'm
isn't
looking
it?
forward to that.
If they give that time, that should be absolutely excellent.
I want them to stretch it out a bit. I don't want them to like just have this one and done. I would like them to stretch that out.
A series.
I want a little bit of a series between the two.
And finally, we got Becky Lynch versus Xia Li, all on Monday Night Raw tonight. Will we see the return of Randy Orton?
I mean,
you reckon at Survivor Series?
But I think a lot of people, the thing is for a lot of people, you know, with the speculation that like CM Punk could turn up at Survivor Series because it's Chicago, I think maybe you have to put that out there first before getting people's hopes up too much on the actual night itself.
You mean say Randy's coming back now?
Yeah.
Oh, 100, yeah. They'd be foolish not to. Because if they've got somebody coming in and there's going to be a surprise, you want to get that out of the way sooner rather than later, because otherwise they're going to hijack the show, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Anyway, that's it from us. Thank you very much for watching. We've got a Survivor Series flavoured list coming tonight. We have got pictures. Yep. Predictions coming this week. We've got a worst episodes ever with Fraser coming tomorrow as well. Busy week. Take care of yourselves. See you in a bit.